School can be a big challenge for any student, and even more of a challenge for students who are visually impaired. I believe that having the right technology and tools as a visually impaired student can make school not just a big challenge, but something that is enjoyable and that you can thrive in. I want to share my favorite tech and tools that I used in high school after my vision loss and then in college. I've tried many different types of technology, and I hope that by sharing some of my discoveries of what's worked well for me, you can find something that works well for you too. I've put links to all the products I've talked about in the description. Let's get into it. One of my absolute favorite tools that I would recommend to everybody are Airpods Pro. They are incredibly helpful if you're a screen reader user and in class need a way to listen to your screen reader while taking notes and also listen to the teacher or professor. You can easily do this with transparency mode, which allows you to also hear your surroundings and what audio is coming from your computer. There's also a noise canceling mode, which is really helpful to cut out surrounding noises. Also, AirPods easily connect to your iPhone, iPad, and other Bluetooth devices. I also like that having a wireless earbud was much more minimalist and less noticeable to others that I had headphones in while in class. The AirPods Pro are a bit more expensive than the regular AirPods, but the upgraded features are essential for visually impaired students in my opinion. If you're using magnification features on a laptop, I would highly recommend a laptop stand. This will allow you to raise your laptop and bring it closer to your face so that you don't have to hunch as much. When I would use this at school, I would also bring an external keyboard and mouse that I would also use at home with my external monitor so that I had a more ergonomical setup and didn't have to hunch over as much. No matter what computer you use, I would highly recommend getting an external monitor if you're a magnification user. I connect my laptop to a 27-inch 4K LG monitor, and it works really well for me when I need to magnify my screen. You just need a simple HDMI cable to be able to connect it. Also, when using a monitor, I think it's awesome if you have a stand that can put the computer at a good height so that you don't have to hunch over, or you can use a monitor arm for more fine-tuned adjustments, which is what I use and really enjoy the flexibility it provides. If you're going to be using a monitor, then you're going to want an external mouse and keyboard. As I'm an Apple user, I love using the Magic Trackpad and would highly recommend it for magnification users and even screen reader users. Plus, I use an Apple Magic wireless keyboard. If you are a screen reader user, having the full keyboard with the numpad and other keys is helpful to have. In terms of a computer, I would recommend a MacBook Air for those who rely on magnification tools and also want to use a screen reader. I think Apple's built-in accessibility features run very smoothly, work well with the high-resolution screen, and are quite intuitive to use. I use a 16-inch MacBook Pro as I like the extra screen real estate that it has, plus it works for me for the creative apps that I use for video and photo editing, but I would recommend a MacBook Air. I found that having an iPad was a very helpful tool for many different tasks. I have an older iPad Pro, but I would highly recommend to others the 2022 iPad Air 5th generation and pair it with a smart keyboard case. It can be a really helpful tool for taking notes, grabbing images of the board. It's also nice to have an Apple Pencil for some tasks like handwriting on a digital note or doing math and other tasks, to be able to use a pencil and not have to write on paper. As a student, you do use a phone a lot, and I highly recommend an iPhone. If you can, I would recommend getting the latest iPhone. With all these devices, it's important to have a good tool to charge things. Having a wireless charging bank is really helpful so that you don't have to find an outlet and can wirelessly charge like your iPhone or your AirPods while also plugging in other products like your laptop at the same time. When using an electronic device, I've found at times it's helpful to have blue light glasses to avoid eye strain and eye fatigue. For some of these products, you can talk with your school or vocational rehab counselor and see if they're able to provide these for you as well. But that is a whole other conversation. And remember that the best technology for you depends on things like your situation, level of vision, and more. So comment down below if you have any questions and subscribe for more content like this.